Hello everyone and welcome to the channel. I'm Chief Sweet and today we're doing a reptile room tour. I just hit 50,000 subscribers and as a celebration we're going to go ahead and do a reptile room tour because everyone always asks about it. People are like, can I do a room tour? Can I do a room tour? And so much is changing. It's going to be really cool to look back on. I'll do another room tour at 100,000 subscribers because everything in this room is changing tonight. I'm redoing the entire room, so in videos going forward you actually be able to see it because the back is going to be changing. But let's get into it, shall we? So point of view, you're walking in. The first thing you're going to see is these guys right here, but if you turn to the left, you're going to see my Uromastyx. This is my Uromastyx Toph. She is now a mother. She has laid eggs. This was a bioactive tank. It is no longer because, you know, she started digging like crazy, killed 2 of the plants. She also killed 1 because she just ate it. But other than that, it was bioactive. I'm redoing all my Uromastyx enclosures again, and we're going to talk about that because of the enclosure itself. This is a DIY, not that I did it myself. That's what it's just called, DIY, cages.com. This is their critter condo. I got it. It's good, but for stacking, I wouldn't recommend. For my Uromastyx, as you can tell right here, I use tons of rocks, like huge, giant rocks, and because of that, it needs to hold the weight. This isn't that great at holding the weight. And how I could tell is if you look right here, look how much little, I can do it with my pinky, look at this. Slides, real easy, right? But once you get down to the third one, right down here, Boomy's cage, this is my boy Boomy. You have to use some force for that. And that's because the weight is coming down on that glass door. It's kind of scary. I have a shelf unit for that. I have a Home Depot one, 5 metal shelf, heavy duty shelf that I'm gonna put in here. So would I recommend this DIY cage to people? Yeah, it's pretty good. It's one of my favorite Euro cages for the fact that it holds temperature extremely well. If you have a trouble with keeping heat inside of the tank, this is amazing. I absolutely love this. It keeps the heat absolutely fantastic, and I'm gonna get like 3 more, maybe 6 more for my Uromastyx just because it keeps heat so well. One complaint is that it doesn't stack very well, and the substrate layer is very thin. You only get like 4 inches maybe out of here because, you know, it starts right here and you can only put it right here because once you get a little higher, it'll overflow into the tracks. It kind of becomes annoying. So if you want to do bioactive for your Uromastyx, which I'm going to talk about because I have a successful bioactive tank over here to the right of me, you can do it, but let's go ahead and talk about Sasha. This is Sasha's cage. As you can tell, if you look right here, there's some Carex grass that he absolutely demolished. He killed it. He ate it all. But there's some snake plants. Oh, he's killing that one too. Never mind. Well, anyways, Sasha is eating his plants. And usually, if you have a Uromastyx, if you put plants in there, you can keep them alive, but you want to put like an abundance of plants, so when you do that and they eat them, it won't like kill the plants off. But as you can tell, the Carex grass right here, he just absolutely obliterated. So this is Sasha. He is my only captive bred Uromastyx from Ares only. And if we come down right below here, this is Boomy, who is about to go to sleep. It is 6:25 right now, so I'm trying to hurry up and get through this because my lights go off at 7. I'm about to review this enclosure right here. There's a Gundam set. It's a Crested gecko, kind of like tropical reptile enclosure from PetSmart. Can't wait to review that. Got some dirt in there. I need to get rid of that. But yeah, this is Boomy's cage. He is a wild-caught Uromastyx as well. He was my second ever ornate Uromastyx I ever got because the first one died. It was when I first got a Uromastyx. I got him. Didn't know anything about how they came in and all that stuff. He died. It was very upsetting. But anyways, the second one with Boomy, I nailed it down. He was absolutely fantastic. But if you look right there, Carex grass again. I did not water it, but it's still alive. You can see the green on there, but it was dying. And that's the biggest problem, is I forget to water. And usually it's not a problem, but with the short substrate lip, then it becomes a problem because you don't have a good enough substrate to hold the moisture in, and we don't have a deep enough substrate to hold the moisture in. You have to water your plants insane amounts. But I'll show you the successful one in a second. But anyways, yes, this is the Uromastyx enclosures. As you can tell, they're triple stacked. And if we go over to the right, this is the workstation right here. We have the workstation. It is 3 monitor setups. My gaming computer. I built the computer myself. Marshall stack. I might put all the parts of this computer in my Amazon storefront, so if you want to build it, it'll be there. But anyways, yeah, this is where I edit. I have tons of equipment all over the place. As you can tell, lenses, shotgun mic, all kinds of stuff. Right here, I have a bunch of tools for reading, like, you know, temperatures, UV, stuff like that. I have a GoPro, which, not gonna lie to you, I absolutely love. I've been doing a lot of herping videos lately. Like, I've been just going out into the river, going out into the woods looking for snakes. And I was thinking about doing a series of herping videos. If you want to see that, let me know. I might drop that down. I might drop, because I've recorded, so far I have like probably like 24 hours of footage of me just herping, looking at stuff, and I found a lot of stuff. I'm pretty excited. I may drop it on the channel. I don't know yet. I may just start an entirely new channel of just herping, just upload herping videos. But if we look over here, so we go from here to there. This is another set of Uromastyx. This is Uromastyx juri, known as the Saharan Uromastyx, the Niger Uromastyx. Right here, same thing, Uromastyx juri, known as the Niger, Sahara. And then right down here is my Egyptian Uromastyx. But if we look, like I said, right here is a Uromastyx bioactive setup. Tons, doing amazing, and that is because the substrate layer is about 6 inches. It's very deep. Oh, I'm sorry, that was insanely bad. If we look at the temperature, 84 degrees on the cool side. That's right. On the cool side, we have a snake plant, a jade plant, a Carex grass. It's doing fantastics. It's doing fantastics. I don't know why I said that. Forgive me. It's getting late. I don't know what I'm doing right now. It's just crazy. I don't. Anyways, right down here, I have another. I always say I build stuff with deep substrate. I am changing stuff out. This whole room's going to change, like I said. So this enclosure is going to have pretty deep substrate, but right now I'm just keeping it at a, you know. But look at the substrate. This, I can put so much substrate in here. Bioactive, it's going to do fine, but right now it's just pretty minimalistic. For I have 2 Uromastyx in here, 2 Uromastyx juri, a male and a female, and I hope to pair them, you know, get some Uromastyx juri eggs out of them. And then right down here, Habibi, this is she's a female, and this is her tank right here. I think she's probably hiding out or sleeping now because everything's going to sleep. But I'll have some footage of her, hopefully, you know, thrown in here somewhere. But this is her tank, and this is a custom bio. I actually did a whole video on how to build this tank. I've just never uploaded it. I've had it for 2 years. The entire video is like I have every single aspect of this, but I changed my designs. So if you want to see that video, tell me about it. I might drop it. I might just do it. But my designs for these custom 4x2x2s have changed, and I think it's way better. But if you still want to, I might drop. There's no reason I haven't dropped this video for this custom background and whatnot. Is because I don't know. I changed so much of it that I don't know. I feel like it's irrelevant now. But we come to the right here. We have a 5-shelf heavy duty right here. It's actually 4-shelf, but if you buy it at Home Depot, it's called 5-shelf. I think I only use 4 of them. Anyways, point is, right down here, we have all my tarantulas. These are tons of tarantulas I have. I have probably about 105 tarantulas, and that's mostly because I bred some tarantulas like 6 months ago, maybe 8 months ago. Yeah, about 8 months ago. Some Aphonopelma hensi, and those are all the babies right there, all the ones I have left. And then I have a bunch of other baby tarantulas behind that, and I have larger tarantulas up on the shelf over here, right there. But we'll talk about more of those. My chair made a giant sound that I'm sitting in right now. But anyways, yeah, so I plan, because I'm redoing this whole room, I'm planning to have all the tarantulas out of here. There's going to be no tarantulas. This is all just going to be a reptile room with just reptiles. And I'm going to put 4x2 all up here, have another stack. So there'll be 9 4x2s in this room. Keep those there, have the other ones right here. It's going to look very fantastic. But that's what I'm going to do. And right here in this enclosure, we have some Uromastyx juri, 2 babies, and they are awesome. One is called Quavo, and the other one is called Gucci Mane, and that's their names. But this is a Zilla 4-foot enclosure. I have 2 UVB Arcadias on there with 2 75-watt bulbs. It does well for them. They're sleeping right now. They are babies, but that's why I'm putting 3 right here, because I am going to separate them. And I have 2 red Uromastyx up. Oh gosh, I have 2 red Uromastyx in there as well also. There's a male and female. So these 2 right here have a male and female. This one right here is just 2 baby females. So I'm going to separate the top 2 and separate these guys, because the top 2 up there are young, and the ones in here are young as well. These ones are a 1.5 years. Those ones are 2 years old, but they're still too young, and I don't want them to like try to breed so young. So that's why I'm going to get the 4x2x2s in, and we're going to separate these guys and put them single enclosures like that. And to the right of the tarantulas, we have a bunch of fire-belly toads. I had 1 fire-belly toad, and I still got him. His name's Robert, but I want to breed him, so I bought 4 more fire-belly toads. There's 2 right there. This is a UVB on them right there. But I had to put them right here, because we'll get to that later why I had to move them. But I'm going to put them in a 36-inch long enclosure. I'm going to put them in that right there because I'm taking the leopard gecko out of there. I'm going to put them in that, and I'm going to have a whole fire-belly, like, little kingdom or whatnot. I might put them in a 40. No, I'll put them in that because they don't really... They do use the vertical space, but not as much as the, you know, other stuff will. Anyways, I'm going to put them in that right there. But let's go ahead and move up. So we got the Uromastyx right up here, the fat-tailed gecko. So here in another Zilla 4-foot enclosure, we have an African fat-tailed gecko. It was given to me I thought it was his tail right there. It was not. Anyways, he was given to me in really rough shape. He had his tail dropped. He was super insanely skinny. I wish I had a picture of him. I don't. Dang, sometimes I don't take pictures of stuff when they're super skinny. I'm just so worried about getting them back to health. And I've made it a mission to do that, to take pictures of them and like document their progress. But I didn't with him when I got him. But he's doing really good. He's in this 4-foot long enclosure. Really, I should have my leopard geckos in here, but sometimes it just works out that way. I originally did have one of my leopard geckos in here, but I moved her once I got him, and I was like, I'm going to put him in here because it's hotter up here on this side because it's close to the Uromastyx. So I was like, he needs heat. This is going to be better. Anyways, I won't, it's too much details, but this is his enclosure. And if we look right here, you see a bunch of stuff. Like I said, I'm moving tons of stuff. And if we go right up here, what do we have? We have some giant peppered roaches. I bought these guys. I bought 5 of them. They were insanely expensive. They're $15 a piece. I've been dying for these roaches. I've been dying to breed these roaches. And I know you're probably not interested. And right above those are some crickets, baby crickets for the fire-bellied toads. But I got these guys. I thought they were all male. And thank goodness I had one female. And then the female now has had babies. And I hope to produce more. And I'm so excited. Right here is some stuff for eggs because I have some baby bearded dragons. I have some Uromastyx eggs incubated and some UVB. And these 2 enclosures are empty. Nothing's in them. And if we go to the right now, we can look at this side of the room, which looks like this right here. But let's talk about what's up on top. So in this corner back here, we have 2 scorpions. I have an Asian forest scorpion and I have a cave clawed scorpion. Those are in there back there. They don't really do anything. Scorpions are truly pet rocks. You never see them. They only come out to eat and they just hide at all times. They're kind of very boring. But anyways, I have some hissing cockroaches. This is a hissing cockroach colony right here. As you can tell, there's just hissing cockroaches all hanging out. I have a Discord roach colony right here. I have a Halloween hissing cockroach colony with some crickets. So I don't know how, but a cricket got in there and it laid eggs, and now there's just a colony of crickets hanging out with the Halloween hissing cockroaches. And then I have a dubia roach breeder colony right there. Then if we come back down over here, this is my leopard gecko, new Charmander. This is her tank, but her tank, like I said, I'm doing total upgrades. We have the Arcadia Shade Dweller, 7%. I have this is actually just a T5 6400K light, and it grows the plants wonderful. I use it. I like it because you could daisy chain it. So like I plug it up into that, and that plugs up to UVB right there. And then that plugs up into the next one over here, and then that plugs up into the UVB. And then that plugs up into the UVB. The daisy chain is amazing. Saves plugins, works amazing, love it. But yeah, this is my girl new Charmander. I keep with overhead heating. And honestly, I know a lot of people don't. I used to keep with heat mats, but this is the way to go. I feel like I saw a huge change in how they reacted with this, my leopard geckos, and I love it. This is amazing. This is like, I keep my leopard geckos with the heat lamp and all that stuff. They come out. It probably, if I open this up, because it's getting close to nighttime, she'll come out. Like, let me see. She'll probably come out, maybe. Oh yeah, look at her. I don't know if you can see, she's already poking her head out. I hand feed all my reptiles, so when they see my hands, they're always moving. They're like, oh my god, his hand's here. It's time to eat. See, look. She's coming out. Oh, you can't really tell because the camera just sucks at picking up anything in the darkness. See, you can kind of see her mouth right there. Oh, I just hit that succulent. But yeah, she's coming out because she's like, oh my goodness. Does he have food? Is he going to give me food? But anyways, this is new Charmander, like I said. Oh, there she comes. Look at her, she's coming out more now. She's, no, please don't go away. Give me food, master. Are you coming to bring food? I'm hungry. Please. Look at her. She's like, please, don't go. No, the food. Please. But this is her right there. Down here we have tarantulas. Now unfortunately this is an Aphonopelma hensi as well, a male, and that's why I say unfortunately, because he doesn't have much longer to live. Tarantulas don't live that long as males. Females can live, I mean, like 40 years, a long time. But I'm gonna mate him with my female and then have even more babies, and I'll probably sell those. But oh gosh, he is already looking for a female. He's already given up on life, you know. Right here is a vinegar rune, and then I just have a bunch of, like, you know, calcium and vitamins. Now, if you've seen this from a TikTok short I made, this right here, this is that doing so much better. And someone in the comments was like, the isopods are going to die. Dude, the isopods are overtaking this, and I have to remove them, like, all the time. But this is a vinegar rune tank right there. It's autofocus is so bad right now. And then I made one of these, also, sealed vivarium. It works. Mexican red rump in there, my adult female. She's chilling. Rear horn baboon, male, unfortunately. I have no female. He's a tarantula, if you didn't know. I have no female to mate him with. R.I.P. little buddy, because he's given up on life. And I understand. I understand. Now, if we come down to the bottom left where my fire-bellied toads was, what we have here is a green anole tank, 1 male to 2 females. And then we have a crested gecko tank right here. Now, the green anole tank, I plan to move all the green anoles into a larger enclosure and breed them, and then use this little hexagon tank that I have right here. It's all bioactive. Those are real plants, and they're doing good. The male is ready to breed. The females are kind of staying away from them because I don't know, they just don't like them. But I have gotten eggs from them before, so I can't wait to breed those again. Anyways, yes, so they're going to go into a larger tank, which is going to be the crested gecko tank. This is my crested gecko Violetta. She's been in this tank for 2 years. It is a 18 by 18 by 24, but she's going into a 36 by 18 by 24. It has UVB, it has LED. This bioactive substrate has been in here for 2 years. I've not changed it out. I have not added to it. And I can't wait to take this apart and put her in a new enclosure and just see how it has handled 2 years of no substrate changes. People always ask me, like, when do I change my substrate? Never. I never change my substrate when it's bioactive like this, because it just, I don't know, it just redoes itself. It just stays good. It's pretty awesome. But if I don't have, like, bioactive tanks, I do change it like once a year, in case you're wondering. Or like once every 6 months. Whatever goes good for you. Now, if we come to the right here, here is my guy, Trevor. Trevor is in a tank, another bioactive tank that has gone absolutely nuts. Most of my tanks grow insanely fast, and I literally use an LED strip. Look at this. This is an LED strip from Walmart. That's what I use to grow my plants. It doesn't matter what kind of LED. You could use an LED bulb. This right here cost me 13 bucks. Look what it did. No special grow lights. You do that, you'll get this. And I have to take them out of here. I'm going to do that tonight and replace them in another tank. I'm just trying to figure out what to do with all the plants. It's actually grown through the top right here. See the Arcadia Shade Dweller right there? But it is literally grown through the top of the screen right there. So anyways, yeah, it's gone crazy. So and there's my little feeding hole. I don't know if you can tell, but I have a feeding hole to where I put like stuff in there in front of him. And that's this little hole in the plants for him, the feeding hole. That's what I call it. And it's the only spot where you can see him. And he stays there. He has moved over here, but he stays under the UVB, funny enough. That's where the UVB's at, and he stays under there. And honestly, I don't even know if he's getting any. It's probably getting absolutely blocked out by everything. But right next to him, some Uromastyx eggs. Incubating. This is the Zoomed Reptibator. I'm actually reviewing it, not for them, for me. I never had it before. All the incubators I used before were homemade by myself, which I'm coming out with a video on how to make a homemade incubator. But I'm trying this because I see people ask about it, and I wanted to review it. It's my first time using it, and so far, it's doing okay. Like right now, it's staying at a very stable temperature. I have these incubating at 90 degrees, 89 to 90 degrees, and it's staying consistent throughout the entire enclosure, which is, I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty good. But again, most people get mad when they buy this because they're like, it's just styrofoam with a heater. All incubators are. That's how it is. Now we come down here. Todd used to be up here. This is my Pac-Man frog, Todd. This is in his enclosure. I actually had to redo it because it looked just like this enclosure right here. And he was right where the incubator was right there. But I had to take all his stuff out. And then the fire-bellied toads were down here. Actually, it was just my one fire-bellied toad, Robert. And then I got some more, and I had to put them all in there because of the incubator. And like I said, I'm moving everything around. Everything is getting moved around. But this is my Pac-Man frog, Todd. He is currently under... Well, actually, he might be out. No, I think he's under substrate. Anyways, this is enclosure right here. And then we have my pixie frog, Pluto, right here, chilling out. And he is just a bit... He, she, they are just a baby. And this is their enclosure right here. It's a 20-gallon. Got a little heat lamp going on them, UVB going on them, the whole thing. Now, we're going to go to the right here. This is my Goliath bird-eating tarantula. I put him, he was a spiderling, a baby. I put him in this enclosure, and all the tarantula people were like, he's gonna die, he's gonna die. I tell people all the time, a larger enclosure is not gonna hurt anybody. Right now, he's chilling. He's actually out. Let me see if I can get my flashlight. I'm gonna get my flashlight to show you. He's actually chilling. He's hungry, and he's wanting to eat like crazy right now. Hopefully he doesn't fly in his tank. Let me see if you can see him. Oh, yeah, he looks absolutely fantastic. Now, it is like a plastic lid, so you won't see him that well, but that is him right there. I put him in here as a spiderling, and he's shed like 5 times already in this, or molted. I say shed, it's the same thing. Come on now. Here he is. Oh my goodness, I was literally talking about you, buddy. I literally got up. Yeah, so as you can tell, he was a baby, but when I got him, I mean, he was absolutely misused and abused. But he got his tail back. He's looking much better. He's fatter. He's basking. People always say, because these guys are basically leopard geckos, they're like, I never see them bask. They don't bask. Look at this guy. Basking. UVB. Heat. Chilling. About to go eat some mealworms. Look at this guy. Like I said, you know, they will bask. But again, the twilight hours. It's 6:30 right now. Actually, hold on. It's 6:45 right now. 15 minutes to light out. Here we are basking, taking in some UVB. And then we have Charmander in here right here. She is a girl. She laid infertile eggs. But yeah, this is her enclosure for now. She's getting a massive upgrade very soon. To the right, we have my veiled chameleon, Yaya. This is Yaya. I have her in a bioactive tank. She is a hungry girl at all times. Oh, hold on. If she sees my hand, she thinks I'm ready to feed her. Look at her. The food response to her is insane. Look at this. She just like, you got food? Oh, look, oh, nope. Yeah, I don't have food. Look at this. She will fall. Oh, no, I don't have food. I'm sorry, yeah. But this is her enclosure. She's my veiled chameleon. It's bioactive. We have down here tons of plants. I actually put a bunch of pothos in here, and I'm hopefully, oh my goodness, I can't speak. Hopefully they'll grow up, and it'll be very bushed in, but she likes to eat the pothos, and she kills my pothos at all times. So I hope you enjoyed the reptile room. We're going to move to the living room where there's bearded dragons, ball pythons, and some more Uromastyx. I hope you enjoyed seeing Yaya try to eat my invisible food. But let's get into the secondary reptile room. In my living room, we have my 4x2x2 I made myself on an old video, and a 4x2x2 I made with a custom background as well. This is Bubba. Now, there is a stand if you didn't see, but this is his tank. This is Bubba. He is my oldest bearded dragon. As you can tell, this is his favorite basking spot. I have some giant tree limbs. Oh my goodness, I can't speak. Some giant tree limbs, some rocks, and then here is Cupcake. She is very famous for trying to eat her baby, and she is just a goofball. There is no IQ. There's no thought behind her eyes. She is just Cupcake. And there's a giant aloe vera plant in her tank. There was some fescue grass in here, and look, if you look right there, it's actually coming back. It's growing back right there. And right now she's just like, what is this guy doing coming to my house? But the fescue grass is growing back, and I can't believe it, but she destroyed it. She absolutely destroyed it. She just walked all over it and just laid on it, and then this is Cupcake. If we go to the right of this enclosure, you're going to see my ball python enclosures and a Uromastyx enclosure. The top being my Uromastyx is a Uromastyx juri female. We have my ball python and another ball python below. One is tail and one is Nagini. Both bioactive as well, and I stacked them. These are the dubia roaches enclosures. They're okay. The black on the inside kind of makes it like very dark, which I don't like. I wish it kind of had like a white inside. As you can tell, this is my Uromastyx. She's actually out right now, but she's kind of chilling. Very skittish. She is wild caught as well, but look at her right here, and she's looking at me, and then I'm like, oh goodness. And she actually let me look at her for a while. Before, if I walked in, she just took off, but as you can see right here, she takes off after a couple of seconds. Pretty good if I say so myself. The substrate in this is just straight like gravel with sand. And then as you can tell down below right here, this is my ball python enclosure. Very heavy with the pothos, insanely heavy. They grew in exceptionally well, and they're huge. Like, look at my hand in the size of this leaf. It's gigantic. And on the bottom level, we have Tail. This is Tail. This is my oldest ball python. He is 10 years old. At least I assume it's a he. I honestly do not know. But Tail right here is just chilling, kind of basking a little bit with his head out, a little bit of his body out, getting some UVB, some heat. But this is his tail, or this is his tail. I mean, this is his enclosure. Bioactive, these are kind of growing in really crazy, but they're living. A lot of people say that these guys like ruin their plants. Mine do not. I mean, this one kinda, I guess you could say. Yeah, a little bit, but not really. Then after messing with his enclosure a little bit, he's kind of like, hey, what are you doing? And he starts to come out. Look at me, look at him. Her, look at them, look at them. He's kind of coming out a little bit, and he's just like, what you doing? And really, he's like, are you gonna feed me? Because he also can eat you out of house and home. He would eat every day if he had a choice, if they had a choice. I keep doing that. Again, I don't know if Tail is a girl or boy, but could eat like crazy. But an absolutely beautiful ball python, as you can see right here. I mean, look at how majestic they look right there. Now, right beside their tanks, I have a turtle tank. This is Timothée Chalamet right here. He is a red-eared slider, and he's actually probably about 3 months old. I have other red-eared sliders as well, but they're not going to be in this video. a lot of people get this. I'm gonna have a whole care video, but a lot of people are like, oh, it's too deep. You can't have this deep of water, and that is false. If they think that a turtle will drown with this deep of water, but the only way they will drown is if you don't provide an adequate basking spot or a dock for them to climb up on. I see a lot of docks in the hobby that are really bad and would cause drowning. But I have the Zoom Ed turtle dock, and it's pretty good. And as you can tell right here, tail is absolutely just like, hey, he came, where's the food? Because I always come and give him food. Look at him. And he's huge, as you can tell, so it might be a female. I don't know. But in between this is my storage room. And as you can tell, the tanks, they're everywhere. They're all over the place. I'm doing some DIY backgrounds. You're going to see that. I have lots of 40 gallons, as you can tell. A PC build I'm doing. Some rocks. That's where I breed my crickets. We have tons of supplies. I'm breeding superworms, mealworms right there. This is my boy Creed. A lot of people ask about him. We'll have an update on Creed, but this is Creed. He's just chilling in his little EcoFlex bioactive. And then I have a 4x2 below him with tons of extra lighting I have just in case. You never know. Also, empty 4x2x2. Tons of wood and extra substrate I use as well right there. And then extra lamps. This is just a storage room, basically, with Creed living in it. And I know, I kind of feel bad for Creed too. He's just in there by himself. But he likes it that way. When he sees my other dragons, he does not like it. He freaks out. He gets very mad. As you can tell, extra storage. But this is it. And that's all I have for you. I hope you enjoyed this. If you liked it, like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.